It's time to say farewell, since Warren Buffett recently verified what I've been saying all along. Hi there, lovely individuals. Greetings, Peepo Coin Channel. I want to briefly discuss Warren Buffett, his philosophy on markets, and how we may apply his lessons and insights to the cryptocurrency market. I like to switch things up on Saturdays, so this is a little different from what we usually do. I prefer to add a little bit more spice on Saturdays, because I know that news-wise, Saturday nights are a little bit light, since it's always crucial to keep things interesting in a relationship. We like to add a little spice to things. It shouldn't remain stale. Thus, we will be discussing Warren Buffett. We will discuss how we might examine XRP and attempt to consider what we can apply to XRP, or more generally, in our stock investments or cryptocurrency holdings based on what Warren has taught us. It's also intriguing since in the last 2 years he has somewhat changed. After graduating from the school, he read Benjamin Graham's book, which served as his mentor. It's called The Intelligent Investor, I believe. And Warren was a pupil of Benjamin Graham before making some minor adjustments. He was slightly more animated. Technology was not an investment made by Benjamin Graham. Warren did. Additionally, they have certain indicators that they use to evaluate businesses and make purchases, although he has been more active. Furthermore, I believe that the next generation of investors will be even more astute than Warren, since we will have access to resources that he did not. We will have a great deal more information. AI tools will enable us to examine businesses much more quickly and make better decisions. Better than Warren, wouldn't he? Or businesses or cryptocurrency. Therefore, I believe that we will have an advantage over that generation. And those that are able to capitalize on that will have an advantage over others. While many may figure out how to use AI for investing, the most successful will be those that do it properly and to the best of their abilities. All right, and we can apply that to stocks, cryptocurrency, and XRP. I don't just talk about one thing, you know. I strive to give you the full story, don't I? Because in my view, investing in only one item while keeping binaries in mind is not the path I wish to go. I am a strong believer in diversification. That's how I invest, and it's my motto. You are free to do things in a different way if you so choose. As usual, this is not financial advice. Before making an investment, always conduct your own research. I can see how effective Warren has been. I saw how my elders and other people in my life have achieved great success by following Warren's example. Compared to Warren, something is slightly different. Therefore, there are some lessons that we can learn from him. As you may know if you're new to the channel, I like to occasionally share with the country the thoughts or lessons of someone I admire. I would like to show you a video from the Berkshire Hathaway conference, where Warren discusses a topic. You know, there's always that famous phrase from Warren that I don't currently have in front of me. The most well-known saying, which caused me to pause for a moment, was to be afraid of greedy people, and to only be greedy when others are afraid. It was also unexpected, since when the market fell, he didn't spend any of the $347 billion in his war chest. He was questioned about this during the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting, and his response was intriguing. I will tell you about it. I'm not going to share the whole thing, he added. In the description, I'll include a link to it. However, I would like to draw attention to a section in the middle of this CNBC footage that confirms what I have been saying and what I have been ashing down on the table about this. We'll listen to it, and he validates what I've been saying. It makes sense to me, even though I didn't anticipate him saying it. Well, with all his experience, it makes sense to him. And that's among the reasons he hasn't been using the funds. He stated that while he hasn't yet had an opportunity that aligns with all of his signs, this is what he had to say, and it's fascinating. There are times when the long-term trend is upward. No one is aware. Furthermore, I'm not sure. Greg is unsure. Ajit is unsure. It's impossible to predict what the market will do tomorrow, next week, or next month. It is impossible to predict what the business will do tomorrow, next week, or next month. But because it's simple to talk about, they talk about it all the time. However, it is worthless. I've never been able to find someone I wanted to talk to about it. On the other hand, I've found that leafing through items like that large, I can no longer read this Japanese book, a treasure quest that is, and occasionally you discover anything. And sometimes, really sometimes, but it will recur. I'm not sure when. Next week might be the time. It won't be 50 years off, but it might be 5. We will be inundated with offers that we will be appreciative of having to catch. Additionally, he claims that he does not now see any opportunities. You're going to ask yourself, does he know something? After looking at this, does he believe the markets will not perform well over the next 2, 3, or 4 years? Is this something he's observing? Is he just being really cautious, or what? Because he doesn't know, as you just stated, what will happen today, tomorrow, and how will the market respond. And I kept saying this, which I didn't anticipate he would say, and he's essentially repeating what I've been saying for a while, at least this November, as I have no idea what the following day will hold. Correct. And as I keep saying, I will never advise you to purchase Tesla for holding, because I have no idea what the future holds. And anyone who assures you that this will undoubtedly occur, and this is going to occur by today, and that will take place, they have no idea what they are discussing, since they have no idea what will occur. And in my opinion, anyone who is too self-centered to be certain that something will occur hasn't had enough life experience. Correct. Once more, I've gone through a lot in the last few years. Therefore, I believe I have some knowledge. I wouldn't say knowledge about this, but more of a feeling. Even though I've been correct on the market several times, I have no idea what will happen on a daily or weekly basis. I keep telling you about my spidey sense, which is still heightened. For this reason, correct, it remains up. And Warren, he's been outperforming the Nasdaq and outperforming, the growth stocks in 2020, which made people laugh at him. But in the end, he emerged victorious when everything began to go south, and his businesses were leading the way. He thus merits our regard, in my opinion. We can learn a lot from him, and he deserves our attention. He's not really pro-crypto, so I don't agree with everything he says, but I guess it's simply because he's not from that generation. I take it he's not enrolled in that school. He might be his successor. For example, he wouldn't invest in technology, much like his mentor Benjamin Graham wouldn't. Both Warren and Charlie Munger, his business partner, disliked cryptocurrencies. Warren is not a huge admirer. Perhaps the future generation will support cryptocurrency more. It's time to bid Warren farewell on that. He is still physically present with us. He did, however, declare his intention to resign. He has been the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway for 55 years, and he will be leaving the position by the end of 2025. And the run has been incredible. It is among the world's largest corporations. Isn't he the world's greatest investor? He thus merits our respect. I believe that we should respect the investors who came before us, and the successful individuals, if we wish to succeed and be effective investors. And I believe it's critical to honor him and absorb his lessons. And once more, we may not agree on everything, since he is not really pro-crypto. But I feel that individuals who are not in his generation, say those who are 10, 15, 20, or even younger, are beginning to change and come to terms with it. You're looking at the Larry Thinks, you're looking at Trump, and you're looking at other folks in that 60 to 75-year-old bracket that are just now becoming aware of the cryptocurrency market. As if he's a generation too high, isn't he on the opposite side? For that. He won't change his mind completely, but people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can change their thoughts a little bit, and perhaps make a final push. Well, throughout the later years, Additionally, I think it's crucial to, leave a legacy for my children and the future generation. Oh, and so, I'm constantly thinking about that. I'm always doing that, but this is about me specifically. I'm not going to get a Lamborghini or a home because, well, that's just not me. I'm not like that. Well, if that's what you want to do and what your goals are, then you are. Have your objectives, and I'll have mine. When we both accomplish our goals, it will be lovely. It will be fascinating to watch what Berkshire Hathaway does after he retires, and we can try to apply his lessons to our stock investment, cryptocurrency investing, and overall lives. And as you mentioned, we have no idea what the market will bring, and we have no idea what geopolitical events will occur, how the world will unfold. Therefore, we must make plans based on it. It's crucial to keep that in mind, isn't it? Keep in mind that I will never message you on social media to ask you to send me money or join up for anything. They are con artists. Be extremely cautious out there, please. For more cryptocurrency updates, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you watching. Next time I hope to see you. Let's make a lot of money, as I usually say.